Alrighty, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do some CLOCKS with some albums. I've masked the back. I have this pan that I got from the Home Depot, you know, the do-it-all center. And I have my Lazy Susan here. I am prepared. I'm going to secure the album to the Lazy Susan, and by that I'm just going to secure it in 4 anchor points. It's not rocket science. I'm just going to use duct tape, and the last time I made a ton of these and they were on my Etsy store and they sold like hot cakes. And if anyone wants a custom color, private message me on my Etsy store. And in the description box below is a link to my Etsy store. And oh, by the way, what I decided to add to my description box below are some other items, which some are related to art and some are just some items that I love and are not related to art. And I just thought you might like to go shopping. So check that link out in the description. Duct tape and rubber gloves are not great companions. So I'm going to try and center this, but it's not critical. So the first step, I'm going to put acrylic flow paints on and spin those, let that dry. I have four albums. I'll take you through each spin, and this one I will do with you, and the other 2 I will do on fast forward with some music so you can see. So let's get on with this one. Wish I could remember. So this is Liquitex Basics Bright Aqua Green. And so I'm going to cover everything on this side. The reverse side will have the album cover. And if you want to buy one and you particularly want to know what the album is, you can always message me. But I went to this secondhand album store up in Newport's and I went through all their albums, made sure everything was politically correct and just kind of nice album names. There's nothing that will offend anyone. And no collector's albums, obviously, because I wouldn't have been able to buy them. So let's begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go round with my colors. So I guess this one's going to be kind of ocean colors. This is Cerulean Blue by Loft. Some Liquitex Basics put my teeth in. Ultramarine. Gotta have some metallics in here. So I'm going to add some JoSonja gloss varnish, polyurethane water-based, which tends to be a good cell activator generally. So I'm going to add some of that. I'm going to add, I don't know, this was my own mixed green. Give this a shake. I have bought a lot of these Loft ready mixed pouring paints, which are great. This is Old Gold. Oh, it's brand new. Haven't even taken the cover off. So let's peel that off. Put that straight in the trash. Yeah, these are absolutely fabulous. And then I have my trusty, love these paints, Arteza paints. In fact, this is my Seafoam. So let's try and spin this. Let's just check it's pressed down at its points. See what happens here. And the other thing, I've got a piece of plastic that I can hold down and swipe the paints too, but I wanted to first see what would happen if I spin it. So I'm going to get my piece of plastic. Okay, that's a good start. Let me put this down. And then you can see some cell action beginning to happen. Let me get my kitchen towel. I'm going to add my heat gun. I'm going to use a heat gun instead of a torch because I don't want the torch to melt vinyl. All right, so that's kind of like my base coat. Gives me my color pattern. So now I'm going to kind of form this again. With a bright aqua green and the cerulean blue. Oh, take the lid off might help. And when the resin goes on top, this pops. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then my gold, which kind of is going to thread through everything. And then lastly, I have a little metallic green I'm going to add to the outside. And then my Arteza, if I've got any of this left, my Seafoam Arteza, I actually ordered one, individual one, off Amazon. A pouring one, the large one. This is the 8 ounce. Let's take the lid off because it's one of my favorite colors. One of my favorite home decor colors too, actually. So let's get some of that on the outside. Right, instead of the heat gun, while I spin it, I'm going to use my little hairdryer, my little one. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to torch it, or heat gun it, and then I'm going to bring you up for a closer look. There. So let me bring you in for a closer look. Sorry about the glare. Shiny paint. But there are so many beautiful cells and color contrast. So I'm going to put this aside. I will resin, there's the hole with the clock parts, and the albums are perfect size for the mechanics. I'll put this aside, and I'm going to do 3 others. Different, I think I'm going to do like a red and black, and I don't know, different, out of my color zone. I tend to be really beachy and bluey. I'm gonna go out of my zone. So let's see what I do. All the others will be in time lapse. I like to do 2 layers of resin on my clocks, and here are the 4 different ones. I did, you know, them off camera because it would take forever to show you me doing all 4 styles. Here's one that is completely finished. It's got its clock hands on. They're all pointing at 12 o'clock. That's how they'll get shipped. Really hard to package clocks, but anyway, so what I do, let me put this one aside, is I sand them, and after I've done the first layer of resin, so that I get a good tooth, and then here is my resin, and then I do a second coat. So here we go with the second coat. So I've got a little plastic scraper here, and once the second coat is put on, I will show you the finished results. Excuse me, a frog in my throat. I will show you the finished results of all 4 clocks with their hands, and I've decided that this one's going to have white hands and these 2 are going to have gold hands. So I will be back. Okay, so, it's going to be a bit echoey in here. Talk about time lapse, moved house, new studio. I will give you a full tour eventually. Still unpacking, only been here 2 weeks. But back to the clocks. So I will hopefully get these in good lighting. So this is pink, green and blue. It's got its clock movement. And these will be on my Etsy store, but like literally moving is a nightmare. And all the clock parts are completely silent. This is rather glitzy, like this one. So I told you I was going to step out of my zone. Gorge, love this one. This is my ocean colour. Might turn the lights off actually, because I've got so much sunlight outside. It's so pretty outside. We are, oh, excuse my cameras, in the country, on a river. Anyway, so this one, I did give you a close-up, but now it's resined. And it's beautiful. And this one, I said I would put white hands on it, but somehow this, oh, also you didn't see that I blinged the outside of it, or not bling, I put crystals, red crystals around the outside of it. And it's actually quite a heavy clock. So that's that. I really like the red and black and white. So I'm going to put the lights off in my studio and see what they look like in the natural light. So here we are without studio lighting, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I have many more clocks to make. All their movements are on. These are really different. If anyone wants to have a particular color scheme, put it in the comments below. I'm happy to do whatever suggestions, and I will see you next time. See you in my next vid. Bye.